Welcome to All Caps, sponsored by Donda Sports. That's right. You've seen the news that Boston Celtics star Jaylen Brown has signed with Donda Sports. He's not the only one. We are proud to announce All Caps NBA has signed with Donda Sports. They are now the official sponsor of All Caps NBA, and we'd like to thank Ye and everyone involved with Donda. We could not be more thrilled to be part of the Donda family.
Final score, 121-10 Golden State.
The Boston Celtics will go to the NBA Finals.
Pat Bev celebrating, Pat Bev gyrating, climb the table, trip on cable, Wolves are playing champs. Brooklyn swept, Katie tweeting, Kyrie says, I'm the reason, blue not sticky, Jose tricky, smart wins for his clamps. It's time to start the finals, yeah the games were churning while the world was burning. T and Senior very proud, ice tray got melted down, Jose in CP space, CP elbows Jose's face. Joel big shot, Tyrese Maxey runs a lot, Bulls blown out, Doc Rance, my magic team was doo-doo. It's time to start the finals, yeah the games were churning while the world was burning. It's time to start the finals, to keep people hate, it should be great. Jazz frauds yet again, Jalen Brunson, what the hell, flopping, refs are so confused. Argue over MVP, Giannis, Jokic, or Embiid, Dubs back, butt slap, Joker goes back to back. Dylan Brooks broke the code, Booker gets a salad bowl, Luka evicts CP3, Antonelli's got the cheese, Harden does a Ben Simmons, Jason Tatum and his son, Google Pixel, creepy pictures, no it's not okay. It's time to start the finals, yeah the games were churning while the world was burning. It's time to start the finals, to give people hate, it should be great. John donates, most improved, when a guy is banging you, Drake corrects, KD, yes Haslam is on the heat, Max Strus overturned, Mark Cuban, roof concerns, Kevin Looney earning backs, Mark Tatum makes me sad.
Celtics have just defeated the Warriors by a score of 120 to 108. It was a surprising victory that I think, if you're a Warriors fan, should be very troubling. Warriors were up by 15 at one point and then just got run in the fourth quarter. Draymond Green had this to say: we pretty much dominated the game for the first 41, 42 minutes. We'll be fine. He would go on to say that some of the shots that they had given up to Al Horford in particular were the kind of things that they were designed to give up. You know, you want to give up shots to older, washed guys who are not the star players. You know, let guys like Al Horford or Smart beat you. Here's the problem. Steph had a great game. Jason Tatum had like 12 fucking points. Like, had a poor game, although passed the ball well and did other things. Steph played great. You got good shooting from your role players if you're Golden State. You know, Bielitsa.
It was having poise.
There it is.
Scott,
There's
and
the
I asked
autoplay
him how
video.
he was
Listen to
channeled that
this.
at the most important part of the game.
Do you hear
especially
this?
when he hasn't been on this stage before.
I want to talk
and he was
about.
so
Hold on a
diplomatic.
second. Whoever designed ESPN's autoplay videos should be tried for war crimes at the fucking Hague, and the penalty should be not even death, but like slow, painful torture and then eventual death. Here's how absolutely sociopathic the autoplay videos on ESPN.com are. They're programmed to wait like 5 or 6 minutes before playing at a very loud volume. It's not even like, you know, a regular autoplay video. You go on to yahoo.com or wherever, you know, Bleacher Report, whatever the fuck it is, and then the autoplay video just start playing. And oftentimes it'll be muted. Like you see it playing and you can decide, oh, I'll unmute it. With ESPN.com, it's like they programmed it to the exact understanding of like how the human brain works, so that like I'm on the internet, I look up the box score, and then I go to another fucking tab. I go to check my email, I go to check Twitter, and I completely forget that I have this tab open, and then the fucking thing plays. Then it plays. And not only that, but it's not the big video, it's this tiny fucking video on the side that you have to find. And it's like under a different, it's like 2 down, there's 2 ads on top of it, and then it'll be like this little thing on top of like a tiny little box score. What the fuck? This is evil. This is fucking devil behavior. I don't even know. No, the Celtics won and that's it. This is not looking good for the Warriors. To lose like this, to lose when you get a good game out of Steph, to lose when you got like Otto Porter going 4 or 5 from 3. Steph Curry with 34 points looked unguardable early. Andrew Wiggins was doing his thing. Sorry, it's bad. Here's another red flag. Celtics got beat by a guy wearing 5 different shirts in a shirt. This looked like a game of telephone between several different tailors, and that's the guy that beat you. People were roasting this. And then Jason Tatum didn't really even play that. He had fucking 12 points, but was plus 16. Moved the ball extremely well, which was a lot of the difference between early part of the regular season for the Celtics and the rest of it. And you got killed by a guy who dressed in multiple outfits. I don't even know what to say about it. One more thing, just because I'm so thrown by the ESPN autoplay videos that here's where I am now. So there was, one of those viral prompts that went around on Twitter. Are you the most famous person from your high school? That was the prompt. Larry Nance Jr. answered with, you would think so, but I'm not sure what I'd have to do to pass Jeffrey Dahmer. I'll tell you, it's just a numbers game, Larry. Just kill and eat more people than Jeffrey. That's all. It's not that hard. It's really just like if Michael Jordan scores 61 in a playoff game, you're like, what do I have to do to be better than Michael? Score 64 in a playoff game.
It's just a matter of wanting it bad enough.
Yeah, do you want to be the guy or not? Mine is Eddie Money.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Eddie Money has some bangers.
Eddie Money has some bangers, and this is one of those things where we're in a bubble, right? Because we don't interact with boomers, and there are a lot of fucking boomers who fucking love Eddie Money.
I am a fucking millennial who likes Eddie Money.
2 Tickets to Paradise? That's
Two
still
Tickets
goes,
to Paradise,
man.
Take Me Home Tonight.
Take me home tonight.
Hold on to me. Hold on to me is another fucking banger.
Shout out to Brian Colangelo from mine.
Yeah, mine's Leonardo DiCaprio. Did I have a chance, guys? What's...
Absolutely zero shot.
Okay, yeah.
All right.
Can we get a word? Before we do I want a word from Mike, our resident Celtics fan?
No, I don't want to hear this shit from him.
Celtics rule, baby!
No.
Celtics number one.
No.
Mike rules. Mike's
Cut
the
his
best.
Cut his mic.
Yeah! Celtics, baby!
Oh, no.
Who's better than the kid?
That's enough. Shut the show down. Kill it. Are you a fan of all caps? If you are, you should know this by now, but Underdog Fantasy's pick'em game is the easiest and most fun way to spice up your NBA season. Just pick over under or your favorite or least favorite players' stats, and you can win up to 20 times your money in a single night. We have game 2 on Sunday. How many points, rebounds, assists will Jaylen Brown, our fellow colleague at Donda Sports, tally? Underdog keeps it super simple with their easy-to-use website and mobile app. Pick between 2 and 5 players, and you can take home some cold, hard cash. Use code ALLCAPS and get your first deposit doubled by Underdog. Sign up and play today. And now for the All Caps guest segment sponsored by Donda. We'd like to welcome Sam and Andy from the Light Years Pod, Warriors-centric pod, to the program. Big fans of these two gentlemen for many a year. Sam and Andy, how are you?
I'm great. Warriors back in the finals. We get to get back to our glory days here of driving everyone insane.
That is exactly what it feels like. We are in the Wayback Machine back to 2016-17, it feels like. So those were the days.
Take us back to like the Earl Boykins days of the Warriors. You know what I mean? Like the early Monta days, the We Believe Warriors, the delight of the NBA culturati. Like we loved them. It was so fun watching them. What has it been to watch them go from beloved to almost instantly hated?
It's funny to watch because it's like majority of my lifetime, even with this run, majority of my lifetime, they've been more like the Knicks than the Lakers. We Believe was literally the only cool thing that happened to the Warriors before I was like 20.
Hold on, Earl Boykins
chose the Knicks too.
Earl Boykins had a run in the early 2000s where he was like closing games.
Yeah. It was always cool to root for the Warriors. I remember as a kid going to games in the lower, like we would buy upper level seats for $10 and sneak down to the lower level and would be able to watch the games like 2 feet away from the players. And now you can't spend $5 to take a BART to the game. So that's where the Warriors are at nowadays. And you learn to embrace the way that people dislike your team because it's a good thing when people dislike your team. It means your team's good.
The title of your podcast is, of course, a reference to Joe Lacob's infamous comment about being light years ahead of everyone else in the league. That's what they strive to do, is be light years ahead. I can't remember. Did Joe say this before or after he had sex with the championship trophy?
Which time?
What's been your, like, for both of you, your iconic moment of the run?
Well, let's see how this one plays out. But up till this point, Clay's Game 6 against OKC is always going to be my favorite game. And then Steph's, the infamous, like, double bang shot, which was also an OKC, was, like, favorite individual moment. I can understand now why OKC fans don't like us, to be honest.
No, they do. I mean, there's a lot of other reasons, dude. It's not like a moment, but it's a realization. 16-17, to us, the greatest team of all time. So that team, they were actually happy. Kevin Durant was actually happy playing for the Warriors.
If they do win, where do you put this team in the pantheon of great teams? First of all, just getting to the finals 6 times in 8 years is that's amazing. It's the same argument that I would use for LeBron going to the finals 8 times in a row. Like, that's just getting there is an incredible accomplishment. Mm-hmm. If they win it, where do you put them?
I think the fact that they kind of got knocked off the pedestal and then got back, if they complete this and win a 4th title, you have to put them next to, like, Showtime and Larry Bird Celtics, like those teams of the 80s, because of just the longevity of the run. I'm not going to put them next to the Bulls just because the Bulls went 6 for 6 and, like,
they never lost.
I was alive in the 90s. It was a different level of dominance I don't think anyone will really be able to achieve.
Better than the Spurs, I would say. Better than the Spurs.
Yeah.
Shaq, Kobe went 3-peat, so it's, like, kind of tough. I would say that 16-17 team is right up there with the MJ Bulls, the best version of that team. But in terms of kind of the whole thing. Now, I think, rephrase that question a little bit, this title might be the most fun title.
Andy and Sam, where can folks find you?
Yeah, you can subscribe to Light Years Pod on any pod player, on Apple, Spotify, Google Play. You can search Google, whatever you want to do. You can find us there.
Thanks, gentlemen. Good luck.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate it, brother.